Hey everybody, Heroes 310 here, back with another video, back with another superhero battle. In this battle, I'm going to put the mightiest superhero in the MCU, or one of the mightiest superheroes in the MCU, Captain Marvel, against one of the mightiest villains in the MCU and one of the mightiest heroes from the DCU, Hela and Wonder Woman. So it's a 2-on-1. The team of Hela and Wonder Woman, the goddesses, versus Captain Marvel, basically a god, but the cosmic defender. So, listen, you guys can tell me this in the comments if you want to, but I'm thinking about not doing the whole backstory and power stick anymore and just getting to the breakdown of the fight. Because, I mean, I'm not the only superhero channel on here, and you guys have, and I know I deleted a lot of my old content, but a lot of you have been around when I was doing those. We know the backstory of these characters already, so I'm just thinking about just getting into the fight. So y'all let me know. I don't normally do this, but let me know in the comments if that's okay, or if you want me to do the backstory in the background. I don't really mind it. Whatever. But for today, we're going to skip it. All right. So, Captain Marvel versus Hela and Wonder Woman. Hands down, the biggest factor here is Hela. That's the biggest hitter on, her and Wonder Woman's team. Or Team Goddess, as we can call them. Now, for those of you who don't want to watch too much of the fight, let's get straight to it. Captain Marvel wins this. Now, to what degree she wins is in my opinion, I say she no diffs these guys. I say Captain Marvel no diffs. Like, I'm not gonna say no diff, but low diffs them. She has damage capacity, or she has destructive capacity with her powers on a scale that dwarfs both of them. The greatest thing Hela ever withstood was Searcher destroying destroying Asgard. That's just going to start another argument, but that's like Small Moon at best. All right, like at the least Small Moon. But in the latest Captain Marvel movie, she did something that will forever set her apart in the MCU. She ignited a dying star. So she didn't really make a massive star, but her powers are able to provide enough energy to reignite a star. So this feat is kind of like, it's impressive no matter how you look at it. But you can say, well, the base structure of the star was there. She just gave it more energy, which would obviously scale down from just making a star-sized explosion. And then, okay, all right, you know what? To be honest, I could agree with that. But to provide enough energy from a dying star to, bring it back to the prime of its life. For example, the star in that movie was comparable to our star in the real world. Our star is a mid-sized star. So to give enough energy to reignite something like that lives for 10 billion years, that's got to be at least at the bare minimum, that is at least a Jupiter-sized. She gave enough energy to blast a hole through Jupiter, and we know this is within the realm house of Captain Marvel because What If states that Captain Marvel could punch a hole through a planet. Jupiter's Jupiter's a gas giant, but it is a planet nonetheless. Now, personally, I think it's much more than this, but for some reason, Captain Marvel got a lot of haters, so we just gonna move it. We're gonna move it along, and we're gonna lowball this. But that's fine because that Jupiter-sized explosion, greater than anything Hela or Wonder Woman could withstand. In the Snyder Cut movie, which is Wonder Woman at her strongest form, in my opinion, the Snyder Cut Wonder Woman gets hit by a blast. The bomb, it was changed, but it was initially supposed to explode. And she was supposed to fail to stop the explosion, and it would have destroyed an entire block. And she would have been, knocked unconscious a bit. A block. A block-size explosion. That would have knocked her out, and that's in the realm house of Wonder Woman. Because when you see she gets smacked around by Steppenwolf, she gets smacked around by Doomsday. She gets some hits in when someone comes to distract them, but otherwise they have the upper hand. We see, Wonder Woman she's far from, and this is true for every comic hero, in villain, they're far from their comic counterparts, but Wonder Woman really is not as strong as people like to make her out to be. She really is not. I mean, I don't know, man. I think Shazam could give her a run for her money, but her durability is definitely lacking here. So, yeah, no. I'm trying to think, okay, the way I see this fight going off, I see Hela starting the fight first. Wonder Woman's a hero. She's more cooperative. She's more kind. Hela is like the villain. Sure, she can work with people, but she wants to be the one in charge, the one holding the knife, so to speak. So, which is ironic because, she throws swords. So I see her charging Captain Marvel first. Captain Marvel probably fights with them on par. Like, she doesn't go for an all-out blast immediately. But eventually she'll see this, like, the stubbornness of these two, their durability, Hela's regenerative factor, Wonder Woman's speed. And by the way, Captain Marvel has both Wonder Woman and Hela outclassed in speed here. Captain Marvel's like faster than light. Wonder Woman's like faster than lightning. So she's fast, but she's not fast enough to get Captain Marvel. So there'll be no speed blitzing here. Her durability is off. Captain Marvel's durability surpasses hers. I think her durability, like once her powers were suppressed, her durability was on the level of Hela's, because she survived a fall from space through a blockbuster and just got it like nothing was wrong. Like, that is, I just cannot believe people just so downplay her. Like, she survived a fall from space through a building and got up like nothing was wrong, and that was when her powers were suppressed. I think a suppressed Captain Marvel could maybe give Hela a fight. And I know you're probably saying, well, Hela's magical blades. Captain Marvel could destroy those. She's fast enough to, and she's got the firepower. We saw that Thor was able to destroy them, and Thor produced a lightning bolt that blasted Hela off a building and down onto the ground of Asgard, creating a crater or so. And when Loki told him to hit her with a bolt of lightning again, Thor was like, in his own words, I just hit her with the biggest bolt of lightning in history, and it did nothing to her. So, that bolt of lightning, it was able to shroud or completely cover the entire royal palace in Asgard, but that's just about it. It wasn't on the level of a star. Captain Marvel could, so her firepower could definitely destroy those blades. Once she sees how powerful these two with, Wonder Woman's magical gear, her speed, durability, her flight, Hela's blade projection, her regeneration, her durability, I see Captain Marvel just going, oh, this is too much. And then, boom, unleashes a massive explosion. Maybe not a full star-size explosion, but just enough to, whatever planet this fight is on is screwed. Let's be real. Whatever planet they're fighting on is screwed. I see her just blasting half the planet to bits, and that would take out Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel. And even if you doubt Wonder Woman's, you don't want to really count what the feat I told about, the feat that I showed with, but the feat I talked about with her in the Snyder Cut, getting knocked out by the bomb. Well, in the actual cut that makes it into the movie, Wonder Woman gets knocked down by the bomb and gets the bomb shockwave and gets knocked back. So, and as we saw by the explosion, yes, it was the size of a small city block. The shockwave of that was able to knock her back. Captain Marvel could probably just one-shot Wonder Woman. Especially considering the fact that Superman knocked her out with a headbutt, and this headbutt created a shockwave that wasn't even at the size of a block. Now, sure, this was Superman, I know, but still, her durability leads to lack. Captain Marvel is just too stacked. She's got too much firepower, too much speed, too much durability. And she's got flight. And she's just too stacked for these two. Wonder Woman and Hela are very mighty, but they're no match for the might of Captain Marvel. This is Heroes 3 to the End. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And I will be back with more. See you next time. I'm also going to do some re-uploads of some of my old videos that I deleted. The good ones, though.